Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for today's episode of Crafting with Class. Today, I have a video tutorial that you've requested for a while. Well, pretty much since I showed you how I store my Anna Griffin embellishments using the Fuse tool. During the Crafter mini-series, I shared how I store my Anna Griffin flowers, sentiments, and embellishments in pockets. And so today, I'm going to show you how I do it. Let's get started. I have different types of pockets depending on the embellishment. So, for example, these flowers I have in just your standard baseball card sleeves. So these as well. And then if they're like too big, then I'm going to move into bigger pockets. This is one that has 4 pockets on one sheet. And these are 8.5 by 11 to accommodate those bigger blooms that Anna loves to make. Now in this binder, I have wreaths and swags, and so these are small enough to fit into the regular baseball card sleeves, but these that are longer or bigger are in these 3 sections here, and there are 3 long sections. So these work great for those. Now these have 5 sections, so one here, 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 and here. And so these are great for these wreaths as well. And then I have, regular pockets for like the other types of embellishments. In the baseball card sleeves, I also have my sentiment one, so they fit all different types. But I also needed, or I actually say I wanted to create custom ones, and this is where my Fuse tool comes in. So you can see that these are the baseball card sleeves that are divided in half with the Fuse tool so that each type of one has its own compartment like this. So that's where the Fuse tool comes in super handy because you can create custom pockets. And then here I have some more. And then even within the baseball sleeves, if you don't have the Fuse tool, I just stick my finger, or this is what I did when I was lazy. I didn't want to take out the Fuse tool. I just stuck my finger and kind of broke through the seams there to make one big pocket. So you can also do that if you don't have a Fuse tool. Now these happen to be just the bigger pockets that you saw the wreaths in, and it holds those bigger panels as well. Now, these are the pockets that I use most of the time, and it's clear, and I know it's hard to see, and I don't think it helps to put a paper behind it. I don't think so. But, so let me take this off because even I have a hard time seeing it. Okay, so they are the baseball card sleeves. So these are 3 by 3, so you have 9 pockets, and this is what I use most of the time. Most embellishments fit on these, and these are super inexpensive and easy to find. So actually it's this way. So they're all top loading, which I prefer. So you can get these anywhere. Another type that I like are ones that I found at Hobby Lobby. So these are scrapbook pages for 8.5 by 11 albums. And so these are for, I guess, when people are making, those types of scrapbook pages. But I don't really, scrapbook like this, but these are perfect for embellishment. So this is one that has those 4 pockets that I use for those really large Anna Griffin flowers. So I prefer to go this route where, they've already been pre-made. Now, these that are 3 horizontal pockets I actually got at a marketplace for people who collect like comic books and trading cards and Funko Pops. So anyway, I have no idea. I'm sure it's for one of those things, but as soon as I saw them, I said, "Ooh, these would be great for embellishments." So I bought a few of those. So that's where I got that. Now, as I mentioned, I have found a couple of them at Hobby Lobby. So these are 2 that I have, but they also have another set that has a variety pack. Like these 2 have the same ones, but these are the ones I use the most. And so they come 15 in a pack. They're acid free, so your stuff will be safe because they're made for, albums, scrapbook albums. So this is what they are. They're the Paper Studio Hobby Lobby, so I always buy them when they're like 50% off. Um, so that's a great deal, and they're very nice weight, and thickness and everything. This one has those 5 pockets, so 2 there and then the 3 there. So that's what they look like. Same thing. So I would, this is the route I like to go to, as I said, because why reinvent the wheel? Someone has done it and it works for me. But there are times where I want something even more custom. So that's what I'm going to show you next. So this is where I bring in the fuse tool. This mat right here is the fuse tool mat, and it comes, let me show you, because I have it in here right now. It says fuse, so it's made for the fuse tool, and it comes with this little holder where you can keep your fuse tool. I love this tool. I use it for so many things, shakers, for resealing things that, ripped. I mean, this is something I would buy another one of just in case We Are Memory Keepers stops making them, because I use this all the time. I love it. It's so useful. So anyway, I've had this one, by the way, since it launched. So I bought this when it first launched, and it's been cranking like a champ. So you get the little stand. So put it like this. It's kind of flimsy. I don't love it. I prefer to use a little holder. And then it also comes with the ruler. And you can buy more tips. So as you can see, I haven't even needed to use them, but you have other options for tips. And this one will actually cut an opening. And I have one already that I have used spare. So anyway, that's what it comes with. To me, I definitely recommend this tool, especially if you like making custom things like this, or shakers, or anything like that. So let me show you what I do. Now, first, I would definitely recommend you have a test sheet. So this is just a scrap. And because there is a little bit of a learning curve, it isn't hard, but you do kind of need to make sure your pressure and everything is right. So I would recommend just cut a little pieces, the sheet protectors, and then just kind of try. So just kind of like see, is this enough pressure? So this way, when you do it, you can tell if if it seals well, if it's hot enough, because that's another thing. So see how here it's sealed, but it's open. I don't know if you can see that. So right here it's sealed, but it's open, because that meant it wasn't hot enough yet. I would definitely let this sit and get nice and hot. So that looks good, because you want to make sure you don't like under press, so that, it'll come apart really easy if you don't press hard enough, although that one's okay. But then you don't want to like super do it hard, because all you're going to end up doing is just ripping it. So you don't want to underdo it so it doesn't seal, and you don't want to overdo it so that you rip the plastic. So that's why I would recommend you kind of just, test it out, how much pressure you should be applying. And once you're comfortable and you're like, okay, I got the right amount of pressure, that feels good, then you can go ahead and start with your project, so you don't ruin, your pockets here. I'm so sorry. My dog is being a brat right now. So if you hear her in the background grumbling, that's her. Okay, so this is the baseball card sleeves, and I know it's hard to see. I'm sorry. So what I do now, this is the Tim Holtz ruler, which is another one that I highly, highly recommend. It's so useful. It has this metal edge so that you can use things like the fuse with it, even though it's a plastic ruler. And so what I do is I use the lines on the mat, so that I know kind of like, okay, where's the middle between them? I'm going to put my fuse tool, I don't want to hold it. And so when I can see, that it is right in the middle all the way down, so I only have to run it once. Then I can put my ruler here, because the ruler that it comes with will only allow me to do a certain part, and I just want to get it all done in one pass. So I'm going to hold the ruler steady, and then I'm just going to run my fuse tool all the way down. See? Simple, simple. And then I have everything sealed. So now I have a pocket right here. As you can see there. So there's my finger going in. So there's the pocket there. And then here's the second pocket right here. I can bring it apart. There it is. And so there is a second pocket. And then all the way down, that's the case. So now, instead of having 3 pockets, I have 6. And then I would just keep doing the same thing. So here's my second pocket. I'm going to line up where the middle is, and I just kind of look that I have these 2 lines here, and that they're equidistant from the seam. And then here's my middle line. So I'm going to get my ruler, put it right on that line, hold it steady, and then take my fuse tool and then just carefully run it down. And that's it. How super simple, right? Look, perfect. So that is how easy this is. So hopefully, I know you guys have asked me how to do this. So hopefully I have shown you in a way that makes sense, even though I know this is hard to see. But this is where I would stick my little embellishments or whatever. And then you can always make custom anything. Just map out what you want. So let's say, for example, I wanted to make, I don't know, like 2 here. Instead of vertical, I want them horizontally. Then I can go ahead and take my ruler, do the same thing, do 1 here, and then I would have that pocket there. And then I would just take the cutting edge and then just open it up right there. So I can have the second pocket. So hopefully that makes sense. And if you guys have any questions, please let me know. And I hope you found this helpful. Thank you so much for your request. And I will see you in the next video. Bye. Thank you so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. I always appreciate it. And if you want to see the fuse tool in action, where I made a water shaker card, I will leave that video here. Until next time, have a great day. Bye.